Good evening, everyone. It's July 22nd, 2019. I'm Eric. This video is going to be a rebuttal to Joseph Long, who posted this gem of a comment not too long ago. I'm going to go ahead and, quote what he said here. Alright. He says to me, "You sound a little jealous of Mark Dice. Eric, it wouldn't be he is far more successful than you are. He has over 1 million followers. And how many do you got?" Alright, so, jealousy. Not really the jealous, materialistic type of person. My problem with Mark Dice and individuals similar to him is he whined and pissed and moaned the entire time Barack Obama was president. Don't get me wrong, I did too. I didn't like Barack Obama. Nor do I like Donald Trump. I don't like corrupt scumbags like Donald Trump and Barack Obama and George Bush and Bill Clinton to have any kind of say-so in what a may and may not do. So, the whole time Obama was president, and I'm very familiar with Mark Dice. I used to watch his videos. I thought some of the stuff he did was funny. But, like Alex Jones and a handful of others, Mike Adams, just to name a couple, he completely got complacent, as if this current president has not done anything wrong. By the way, he's not mentioned any of these people, really, have not mentioned Trump's connection with, Jeffrey Epstein. So, jealousy, no, it's more like I said in the video, as soon as a Republican gets one of their people in the White House, and they ignore the crimes of that individual in the White House, just as they're doing now. Anybody who seeks to rule over you is your enemy. Straight up. And he goes on to say that Mark gains that many every day. He says, stop being so bitter and give this man his due. What is that? His due. What am I supposed to be giving him? Again, I simply pointed out that he is not awake. He's not a real skeptic, government skeptic. He's fake. There are many channels out there who did not turn their back on, the things that our government's doing behind the scenes just because some fucking reality show TV star got to be president. I mean, he does owe billions to Jewish bankers, for crying out loud. But hey, okay, so he said stop being bitter. I'm not bitter. Look, just because I see through the left-right paradigm and not satisfied with it, not in any way, shape, or form, just because I don't like our politicians or any other, does not make me bitter. I don't know where you get this bitter stuff from, but to be honest with you, I work very hard to separate myself from my emotions. And I don't do too bad doing so. So where you're getting these empty, unfounded words is beyond me. He goes on to say, at least in these times on which you preach the words getting worse every day, he tries to make them forget about every day, even if it's only 5 minutes. See, that's the problem right there. What do we need to forget about it for? How well has that worked out for the last 100+ years? I mean, our grandparents, they forgot about it, right? They forgot about it. And look what happened. Great-grandparents, same thing. So why should we forget, even for only 5 minutes? And he goes on to say, and he did make an ass out of that libtard scumbag Jim Acosta. I don't really care for Jim Acosta either, but honestly, I thought Acosta did a little bit better than Mark Dice. Again, he acted like a fucking child, a giddy child meeting their superhero or something along that line. You every day tells your thousand. I think you could probably make a better sentence than that. I tell my 1,000 followers about doom and gloom, and you don't think people know what is coming and not only hit them with the Ebola outbreak, top it off with the good old Yellowstone volcano. Nice icing on the cake. The best thing to come from this is it's going to get YouTube or it's going to get you too. So he thinks it's a good thing that, Yellowstone's going to get me. All because I criticized one of his little cult of personality individuals he follows. I don't make YouTube videos to get followers or subscribers, although the ones who interact with me, for the most part, I like them. But it's not about subs for me. It's not about money. It's not about advertising or any of that. It's about doing my best to tell the truth about what's going on. He asked, where am I going to hide in a cave? You must have had some shitty life to make someone else as bitter as you. Or, I'm sorry, to make someone as bitter as you. Again, I don't know where he gets the bitter part, but there's no bitterness in me. I recently watched a video from the Academy of Ideas. And Nietzsche, it was about Nietzsche, was talking about people who would like the system and those on top of the system to fall as being bitter and jealous. But here's the deal, okay? Here's the deal. If somebody is holding you prisoner, which we are held as prisoners. We are collateral. And And he even goes on to say in this book he wrote, I forget the name of the book, that we should behave like the people at the top. So what Nietzsche is saying here is we should be baby rapers. We should be devil worshippers. We should be occultists. We should be engaging in rape and having islands where children are taken to be bought and sold. We should be like our leadership, right? No, I'm not going to be like them. And I'm not bitter. I want the same thing I've said all along. I want freedom. That's it. I don't give a shit about money to the extent that I pay my rent and other bills. Not a materialistic person, so kind of hard to make the argument I'm jealous over Mark Dice's success. But I also got good comments. He says from Delta Ranger, did you know that cop is now getting, or going to get, $30,000 pension? I made a video on it. Delta, I did not know you made videos, and I will subscribe to you and check out that video. Thank you for your comment. He said, I figured you just found a new place, but was a bit paranoid they came down on you. Glad you're back, but I like you taking a break once in a while. I do too. I do need breaks once in a while, just like anybody else. That's it for Delta. Liberty Williams, glad to see you back, or have you back. Thank you, Liberty. I appreciate that. And look, Joseph Long, I am a very rational, easygoing, level-headed person. I am loyal to my friends. If they need help, I come and help. I am a lot of things, but bitter is not one of them. So, you can, worship Mark Dice and that idiot President Trump all you want. It's not going to change the reality we live in, our shared reality. And that is, no matter who you think you're voting for, they were selected long before you cast your vote. No matter how good you think these individuals are, no matter how much smoke they blow up your ass regarding what they're going to do for you, no matter how nice your slave master is, he's still a slave master. And I'm not cool with being a slave to anybody. Call me bitter if you like, but I prefer defiant. Anyway, thought I would throw that at you. And by the way, about the information here you complained about, you every day tell your 1,000 followers about doom and gloom. You don't think people know what is coming, and not only hit them with Ebola, with the Ebola outbreak, you top it off with Yellowstone. You can't help that there's an Ebola outbreak. I can't help that the WHO declared it a global emergency. I can't help Yellowstone has picked up in seismic activity along with California. I can't help these things. I simply talk about them and I put them in a context in which shows just what kind of world we live in. That shows the times we're entering. I don't call that doom and gloom. I call that being honest. Not only with the subscribers who watch, but myself as well. You can't hide from the things that are coming. All you can do is try to be prepared the best you can. And I hope that my subscribers who watch on a regular basis, and anybody else for that matter, does what's necessary to prepare the best they can. That's why I talk about the Ebola stuff. That's why I talk about Yellowstone. And by the way, I don't live close enough to Yellowstone for it to do a damn thing to me, except for, that ash. So, I'm not worried about myself when it comes to Yellowstone. But I am concerned about the people who live near Yellowstone. If that makes me bitter, if that makes me a fearmonger, or whatever else you want to call me, so be it. Until next time, kill the state, live free.